When the love of your life is slain by some demonic King Triton-looking freak show, what's the worst thing that could happen next? Having to live forever, that's what. Such is life for immortal demon hunter Bryce Boltzmann.
My story was just getting interesting, too.
The wisecracking hero you play in Konami's new bizarro third-person shooter by Oxford-based developer Rebellion. We hunted down the game's mortal master for the nitty-gritty on NeverDead. What is the storyline of NeverDead? What is Bryce trying to accomplish?
The story of NeverDead is actually a very sad story. 500 years ago, he challenged the Demon King to a battle, which he lost along with his beloved wife, and he was made immortal after this. He has kept fighting over 500 years. And the story takes place where he has vengeance upon the Demon King once again.
Once handsome, hitched, and one heck of a demon hunter, old Bryce is now grizzled, grieving, and just can't seem to keep it together.
Bryce has turned into a very sarcastic and cynical guy.
That's really funny.
Back in the day, he used to be a young man with a very strong sense of justice. And what we wanted to do is show these two different personalities of Bryce through the story of the game.
Our tragic hero's brooding demeanor does brighten on occasion to deliver some painful one-liners.
Inviting me back to your place, huh? Oh, this is a first.
Bearing the brunt of Bryce's unfortunate brand of humor is his partner in NADA, the National Anti-Demon Agency.
Quit that funny story.
Who exactly is Arcadia, and how does she throw her lot in with Bryce?
Arcadia is the heroine of the game. She actually is my type of girl. She's like a handler for Bryce.
Come on! You think that's funny?
Their relationship, though, has no romance in it ever, because he still is in love with his wife that he lost 500 years ago. And he jokes around in order to hide this. Arcadia knows his past, but she doesn't know his despair. So it's kind of a funny and interesting relationship.
Bryce, go open it from the inside.
One kind of banter they do in the game is whenever she tells him to shut up, she would just shoot him in the head, because she knows Bryce is immortal.
I will kill you.
I kind of personally like this relationship between the two. This might kind of seem funny and comical, but starting from the middle or end of the game, Bryce starts to get back his old self. And Arcadia starts seeing this and starts fighting alongside him. And they have a very strong sense of trust between each other.
Where the hell did you come from?
A side entrance.
In NeverDead, immortality is, needless to say, the name of the game, and is also the basis for a rather offbeat gameplay mechanic. Having the ability to lose one's limbs and toss them off into different directions, does that open up a lot of new opportunities for the developers making this game?
Through this game, I think we've introduced a new rule. These dismembered limbs can actually explode. So you can throw your arm into a group of enemies, and they all explode with it. One of the monsters that we have in the game is called a puppy. And when you throw your arm, they play fetch. They chase after the arm and they try to eat it.
To combat the myriad demon minions, you also gotta use your head.
You missed me!
In each level, you have to use immortality for almost everything that you do. In dark areas, there is no light or torch, so what Bryce would have to do is actually light himself on fire, and he becomes the light source. And you can proceed throughout the level.
It sounds like if you can use yourself as a torch, then your limbs are truly indestructible. Nothing can turn them to ash or make them disintegrate. You're pretty set in that area, right?
To tell you the truth, limbs do disappear in the game, and they can be lost or eaten, but Bryce is immortal. He can regenerate. He will have another arm come shooting out of his body. There is a disadvantage to being able to do this. You can only regenerate after a certain amount of time has passed.
Bryce's cringe-inducing wisecracks,
I need a hand. Literally.
a kooky cast of demons,
Your arrogant words are dripping with pride.
some cool slow-mo moments, and the unique dismemberment mechanics give legs to what would otherwise be standard shoot-'em-up fare. Oh, and did we mention the soundtrack is all Megadeth? If you prefer a more mortal shooter, well, you did hear the title, didn't you? NeverDead's real virtues lie in just how wonderfully weird it is.